Have you ever suspected that your friend likes you as more than just a friend? Or alternatively, do you have feelings for a friend and you're not sure if they like you back? It is a super awkward situation to be in because on one hand, if you confess your feelings and everything goes absolutely terribly and they don't reciprocate the feelings, it could ruin your friendship with them, and I don't know, maybe it'll ruin your friendship as a friend group. You know, it could do a lot of damage. But on the other hand, how great would it be to date this person? You're already good friends, you know all this stuff about each other, you get along so well. A relationship is pretty much guaranteed to be a really good one if they like you back. And while I definitely think that you should not spend your entire life wondering whether or not they like you and that you should just have a conversation with them, before you take that plunge, there are some signs that you can look out for. Signs that if the two of you do them, it is way more likely that they like you back. And of course, if you watch this video and your friend and you do not do any of these things, then chances are the feelings are not reciprocated. Not necessarily, but it's not looking good. And hey, at least you can start to move on and not have to have a super awkward conversation. Anyway, let's just get right into it. Here are signs that you're more than friends. So a really good sign that there's more than just friendship here, at least to start, is that you're texting nonstop. Texting is one of those things that totally, completely shows how much you like someone just by texting them and how often you text them and how quickly you are to reply. Good friends, for example, I will text back right away, and sometimes it'll lead to some funny banter or whatever, but at least for me, and I think for a lot of guys, it never goes from night till the next day. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my friends, but I don't feel the need to be in constant communication with them. But a friend that I'm into is a totally different story. Any girl that I like, I would be stoked to text before bed and stoked to wake up to find more texts. So if the two of you text all the time, it might mean you're more than friends. Another good sign that sexual tension is in the air is that they don't refer to you as a friend. And when I say they don't refer to you as a friend, I don't mean like, you are not my friend, or anything that means that you're not actually friends. What I mean is when they introduce you. If you meet their parents, or one of their friends they even met before, if their introduction's anything like, this is Jane, what they might be doing is trying not to label what the two of you are. Because if he were to introduce you like, oh, this is my friend Jane, that would tell you that you're just friends and they're just happy with that. And I know this sounds like a really subtle thing to do, but this actually happens all the time. Like if I go out on one date with a girl and I happen to bump into a friend on the street, this girl is not my girlfriend. So I'll just say, hey, this is her name. But it means they've at least considered being something more. And one of the best signs that no amount of tying each other's shoes will stop the two of you from falling is that you just know everything about each other. And I'm talking about like the really obscure stuff that regular friends don't know. That could be birthdays, parents' names, what your dream job is, or where your grandparents are from. Anything that you hold near and dear, they know it, and you know theirs. And don't get me wrong, friends know a lot of this stuff, sure, but they probably don't go out of their way to remember it. It doesn't linger with them because a lot of the time, at least to them, it's not super important. Maybe that just makes me a terrible friend, but I don't know the exact day for a lot of my friends' birthdays. I usually know the month, and maybe for a few of them, you know, I know the exact day, but not many of them. And if someone likes you enough to want to be more than friends, I can guarantee that a lot more of this information will stay with them as opposed to just a friend. So if they can recite your life story back to you, it's at least a damn good sign. The next sign that your bro is also your hoe is that the two of you go on dates that aren't really dates. And what I mean by that is you go on dates. If it was the exact same situation but with a stranger off Tinder, it would be a date. Quite clearly. Maybe it's going to movies together, or, you know, one-on-one trips to the mall, or going over to one person's place to play video games or watch Netflix. But because you're friends, and I've been friends for a while, it's kind of muddier water. But if you like your friend, this is a really good sign for sure, because it means that they at least really appreciate alone time with you. You're both super important to each other, which is good, but also terrifying because if feelings get involved in there, the stakes are so much higher if they're not reciprocated. So because this point is a good sign that there's more going on, but not quite a guarantee, my next and last point in this video should really help lock it in. The last sign is that the two of you, even though you're really close friends, have had moments, you know, moments where you can just cut the sexual tension in the air with a knife. Maybe you're cold and there's only one blanket, or maybe it's some really prolonged eye contact, or just anything really where you kind of just feel something weird happened. Like, that was way more than a friend moment. You know when you've had one of these, and as much as you might want to brush it off as, that was nothing, it probably wasn't nothing. If you think something happened, then they probably think something happened too, but both of you are just too shy and worried to actually acknowledge it and, you know, take a step forward. And if you're sitting around wondering if something that you did was, you know, one of these moments, good news, it probably was. So, congratulations. Honestly, if after watching this video, you are still not sure whether or not your friend and you are more than that, let me know why in the comments below. Let me know things that are going on. Maybe there'll be enough content to make a video just about the comments here, so please, comment down below. Anyways, that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by giving it a big ol' thumbs up. Also, tell me in the comments any experiences you've had with friends that you're not sure if you're just friends or if there's more. I just want to hear about experiences in general down below, so comment that. Last week, I asked for things I might have missed that y'all think that guys care about. So on screen right now are some of my favorite comments from that video. And remember, if you want to be featured at the end of next week's video, make sure that you leave in a comment down below now so that I can feature you. I want to give a huge Instagram shout out to Alexis, who has been following me for a long time, and who I've met and hung out with on multiple occasions, and she's amazing, and I miss her. Alexis, I love you. I hope I get to see you again soon. Also, Rachel, who just liked a recent pic. And finally, Tori, who also just liked a recent pic, but I've also seen you like low-key liking photos for a while now, so thank you. I appreciate all that you do. So make sure you go follow those three, and if you want a little Instagram shout out at the end of my next video, make sure that you're following me on Instagram. My @ is just Andrew Quote. The link will be in the description down below, so you can click that, and then, you know, just like and comment on some photos or whatever. Be active on there, and maybe I'll choose you to be shouted out at the end of my next video. Finally, subscribe to me for more videos, and make sure you hit that little bell notification so that you never miss an upload. And with that being said, I'll see you next week. Peace.